Guys, I'm fixing to break for y'all the biggest conspiracy theory of the day right now. Who else is thinking that Joe Biden is actually either dead or on death's doorstep, right? We haven't seen him since last Wednesday. Kamala Harris has flown up to see him where he's at. They've closed the airspace in Delaware. I mean, this is looking very, very suspicious, is it not? You don't even have to call it a conspiracy. You can at least say this looks very suspicious. He resigned on just a regular piece of paper that didn't have the White House symbols on it, right? Was he in such bad shape that, essentially somebody wrote it and somebody signed it? It's my question. Is this a coup? Is this a soft coup, I guess is what we could call it, right? It's starting to look like it may be. We heard from the time Biden won the election that Kamala would come in and be president, right? But everybody was saying it was going to be within a year, within 2 years. Nobody expected, leading up into this year, that she would be president or be the 25th Amendment and be put into the president this close to the election, did we? No. I firmly believe that this week, possibly, or next week, they're going to invoke the 25th Amendment and put her into the presidency. This whole thing is just, you if you was watching this on a TV show, you would be one of two ways. I ain't watching this crap, or this is really interesting, I want to watch it, right? You had Trump's assassination attempt, right? And then we have Biden gets COVID. And then we have a systems update that essentially caused a lot of stuff to crash, right? A hack, but they're not going to call it a hack. Guys, you've got to get buckled down here. You've got to buckle down on your preps. Once again, I'm going through my stuff. There's some stuff that I may need to add to, and there's some stuff that I may need to work out, that it's coming up close to time to use it or lose it type stuff, right? But guys, it is getting worse and worse every day. You cannot make this stuff up. If somebody was writing this as a book or a movie, first of all, I don't think nobody would read the book. It's getting to the point of where you can see they don't tell you the truth. If you're one of these people that think the government is for you, right? The government is for you. You're like, the government is for the people. It's not. It's not. It's for themselves. Look at Biden resigning from the race, right? You got to understand they were threatening to pull their money away from Biden if he didn't resign. That right there shows you they're more worried about the people who's putting all this money in their pockets, right? That's what politics, both sides, regardless of whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, it comes down to money. You got to play ball with everybody. Plain and simple if you're in politics, right? And usually the winning team is the one who pays the most. That's the winning team when it comes to politics. Something is going on with Biden. Something is very seriously going on with Biden. Number one, you would think he would have already done, a press conference on this, just some type of reasoning for why he resigned, right? Because last thing we heard was, I'm running. They're not going to get me out unless Lord God Almighty comes down here and tells me not to run. Now, of course, some of the stuff we've been seeing could have been recorded days earlier, and released on certain days. Like messages or talking or things like that could have been days earlier, and they released it at a later time, right? But something is going on with Biden. I'm leaning on the fence that this man may already be dead. Yeah, he may already be dead, or at very least in very, very bad shape. I could be completely wrong. He could just be up there in Delaware, pissed off that they made him quit. And I ain't talking to nobody. We've all been in that point in our life before, right? When somebody made you mad, you're like, I ain't talking. Just leave me the hell alone. He could be in that position. There's a lot of stuff going on that makes it seem like something very seriously is going on. Who is running our country right now? Who is running it? Number one, if Biden has COVID so bad that he can't do presses or anything like that, who is running the country? Who's been running our country for the last 4 years? Right? And of course, people are going to say, well, it's the money running it, this and that. I mean, who has control of our nuclear football? If I was the enemy of America right now, with all this going on, this is when I would start causing problems. Do you not agree with that? When your enemy's weak, that's when you go after them. When they're at their weakest point. Right now, we don't even know who's in charge of the United States. They're telling us it's Biden, but yet we don't know where he's at. we know where he's at, but we ain't seen him. We don't know how his health's doing. You know, used to when he would catch COVID, they would give you a daily update of how he was doing, right? You would hear something every day about he's getting better, he's taking his medicine, and we're not hearing nothing, right? Guys, if you're not woke up to what is actually going on in the United States, forget the world, what is actually going on in the United States, you're never going to wake up until you open your door and they're in your yard. And then you're going to stand there and be like, what's going on? I knew nothing was happening. That's what's going to happen to some people. Guys, get prepped up to the best of your ability. I'm not telling you to go out here and max out credit cards or use all your money in the bank. The best of your ability to get prepped up. Food, water, shelter, freedom seeds, ways to cook your food, and way to purify your water. That's the main things you need to get right now, because it's getting worse and worse every day. And the election's coming up, and you know that's going to cause all type of mass chaos. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think Biden is already dead, or is he on death's doorstep, or is he just pissed off and saying, I ain't talking to nobody, leave me alone? We've all been in that position, right? And do you think that this week or next week or any time between now and the election, are they going to invoke the 25th Amendment and put Kamala as president? I think they are. I think it's coming sooner rather than later. Number one, Biden should have already been on TV saying something, you know, but he's not. You got to look to it that his resignation letter from the presidency, not the presidency, from the campaign, I'm sorry, was wrote on just regular paper. Something's fishy with this. Let me know your thoughts on this. Keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings, protect yourself and your family at all times, guys. It's going to get bad out here. At all times, protect yourself and your family, and keep your head on a swivel. Go through your preps. Go through your preps. Double check. Use this weekend. Go through your preps, and just see what you need, what you're lacking of, what you've got too much of. You know what to do. If you're watching this video, you know what to do. Stay safe. Keep prepping. Something's going on with Biden. When will they tell us? And who the hell is running our country right now? Stay safe.